Oh, thank you very much. Thank you for your grace. Yeah. The Association of Microfinance Institutions of Zambia, welcome to the Committee on Cabinet Affairs. Welcome, sir.
Oh, thank you, Chair, and honorable members.
Yeah, thank you. Maybe you can introduce yourself.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much. So my name is Webi Mate. I'm the Executive Director at the Association of Microfinance Institutions of Zambia. Thank you.
Okay.
And I'm here to represent the association. I was hoping I would be accompanied by the people who are doing the business themselves, but unfortunately no one has come up, but they've given me the go-ahead to represent them. Thank you.
Yeah, because I was getting worried. Okay. Members? Honorable Garia?
Thanks so much, Chair, and good afternoon, witness. My name is Mandandi Kalia, Member of Parliament for Sioma constituency in Western Province. Thank you. You can use mine.
Good afternoon, witness. I'm Elias Makasamsonda, Member of Parliament for Chimbamilonga in the Northern Province. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, witness. I'm Reverend Given Katuta Mwirwa, and I represent the good people of Chieng in Wapla Province on the board of GRC in Zambia.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, witness. My name is Namakam Wange from the Office of the Clerk.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Rachel Mbampongo from the Office of the Clerk.
Thank you.
You can also introduce yourself from there.
Good afternoon, witness. Good afternoon, honorables. My name is Mapalamwila Chanda from ICT.
Thank you.
Are these coming on? Or they can't come on, I know. My name is Newton Samakai, Member of Parliament for Mwinilonga constituency. I'm sitting in for the chairperson. Chairperson, introduce yourself, sir.
Well, thank you so much, Honorable Chair. Good afternoon, witness. My name is Chandru. I'm Member of Parliament for Chipangali constituency of Western Province and the chairperson for the Committee on Cabinet Affairs. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Sir, you were called here to come and share your insights into the operations of the Financial Intelligence Center. And we received your written submission, and now we require you to talk to your document. Of course, we have had time to go through your document, so you just give us a summary or salient features of your document. But before we ask you to begin to submit, we want just to inform you that we are extending the immunity that the members enjoy under Cap 12 of the laws of Zambia. And this is to say that the information that you are going to provide to this committee should be factual that's the protection that you'll be given. But if you choose to give information that you know is not factual, and if we discover that the information you are giving us is not correct, then you would be liable to an offense on the reverse side of Cap 12 of the laws of Zambia. Having guided you, sir, you may begin giving us your submissions, but we'll have a discussion with you in the next 30 minutes. That includes you talking and us intervening on some of the issues that you may raise. So you may start, sir.
Sure. Thank you very much, Chair, Chairperson, as well as honorable members of the committee. Allow me on behalf of the Association of Microfinance Institutions of Zambia to thank you for inviting us to contribute to this important review of the Financial Intelligence Center. As representatives of microfinance institutions, we play a vital role in promoting financial inclusion while ensuring compliance with anti-money laundering and counter-terrorist financing standards. We recognize the FIC's critical mandate in safeguarding the integrity of Zambia's financial system. And today we will share our perspective on its framework, coordination, effectiveness, challenges, and recommendations for the way forward. Our submission is intended to be constructive, highlighting both strengths and areas where collaboration can be deepened, particularly with smaller institutions such as microfinance providers. We look forward to engaging with you and the committee on these matters. Thank you very much. Yeah, now going
Thank you. Just a further guidance
Sure,
that we go straight into substantive issues, starting with adequacy of legal and policy framework.
All right,
Yes.
in the interest of time.
In the interest of time, yes, and also efficiency.
All right. Yeah, so starting with the adequacy of the legal and policy framework around which, or on the basis of which the FIC was established, we are of the view that the FIC Act aligns with Financial Action Task Force standards, and as well through the FIC's membership in ESAMLAG, which is the Eastern and Southern African Anti-Money Laundering Group. So in that sense, we feel that the law, the policy framework are adequate. But of course, noting that we live in a dynamic environment. There are changes happening in the environment in which we operate literally on a daily basis. And because of that, FIC and of course stakeholders need to always be looking out for what new developments are taking place, so that the institution as well as its legal and policy frameworks abreast those developments, because lagging behind would mean exposing the financial system and indeed the nation to risk. So therefore the framework is broadly adequate, just to re-emphasize that. However, we note that there may be gaps, for example, in enforcement capacity. Okay, proportional support for smaller institutions. Why do we say so? We say this because, of course, the FIC's role is to provide financial intelligence, which then the law enforcement agencies have to act on. And so while the FIC may do its job efficiently or effectively, when we come to enforcement, we see these lapses. But having said that, we are aware of the steps that, for example, government is taking to try and address those shortcomings. For example, the establishment of the fast-track financial and economic crimes court, we think that is a move in the right direction. And there is need for government as well as stakeholders to continue seeing how the available framework can be enhanced so that what the FIC provides through its trends reports can actually be actualized through prosecutions and the like. Yeah, so in a nutshell, we are happy with the way the framework is at the moment. Coming to interagency coordination, we are aware that the FIC does collaborate with regulators. Here we are talking the Bank of Zambia, Pensions and Insurance Authority, Securities and Exchange Commission, law enforcement agencies, as well as commercial banks, much more than it does with microfinance institutions. So that collaboration is there. It needs to be enhanced so that when cases are prosecuted, all those who need to support that process can effectively play their role. However, we note limited engagement with, for example, microfinance institutions and obviously money lenders. We feel that these are also important players in the economy, in the provision of credit to the Zambian populace, and particularly microfinance institutions, those that are licensed by the Bank of Zambia. They also do provide suspicious transaction reports to the FIC. So we feel that there is need to deepen engagement with them so that they can see the role that they play in, for example, bringing matters to successful prosecution, because we think that that would then even motivate them to be more on the lookout for suspicious transaction reports, transactions and any other illicit activities. And in this particular area, while we are yet to come to recommendations, we would at this point recommend that structured stakeholder forums would be useful for inclusive collaboration. Number 3, effectiveness in detecting and reporting. The annual trends reports do highlight suspicious transactions and illicit financial flows. So we feel that the FIC is strong in detection and analysis. And however, as already mentioned earlier, we notice a weakness in enforcement outcomes and feedback to reporting institutions. We move to challenges affecting FIC effectiveness. From where we stand, we feel that the agency or the center is lacking in resource and staffing areas, and there is need to enhance its capacity in that regard. We feel that in the market at the moment there is underreporting, particularly from smaller institutions, because some of them may not be fully engaged, may not even be aware what their responsibilities may be. And yet, when we look at the structure of our financial system, we have too many transactions that account for small amounts. And within there, lies the risk that criminal elements can also infiltrate the lower, transactions at the base of the pyramid. And so that's why we feel that there is need to also emphasize engagement with smaller institutions so that they are aware and are held liable when they are expected to report. Technology gaps. We feel that, for example, with the increase in cyber crime now, this is an area where we feel, again, the center needs to be capacitated. Technology investments need to be made to help the center stay abreast what is happening in the cyber space. Weak feedback mechanisms, like we have already observed, engagement with the smaller players needs to be enhanced. And that leads to the next point, which is limited awareness among some microfinance institutions and money lenders. So engagement with them would be able to address those challenges. Coming to recommendations, from what we have presented, we feel that capacity building is needed. I think at the center, at the FIC level, as well as even at the reporting entities level, so that they are always trained, their capacities enhanced in detecting some of these illegal activities. Proportional regulation, yes, we feel that the current approach is right, where FIC uses a risk-based compliance mechanism. We feel that is right because it would not be good to overload smaller entities with too much reporting that may increase their administrative costs. So risk-based mechanism is welcome, and that should continue. Another recommendation is technology investments, like we have already alluded to in the previous slide. Feedback mechanisms are needed in order to strengthen trust between the center and the reporting entities. We also feel, as an association, that our role can be formalized as part of the consultative forum or process, so that we are also able to contribute where we can through that recognition. Another area is benchmarking against countries that seem to have made headway in the biometric space. Currently, as we are aware, our major ID is the NRC, and I think experience in the market has shown certain weaknesses, duplication, which may result in identity theft and fraud. I know that government has had this project on the table for a while, and we feel that that project needs to be brought to fruition so that we can have a biometric ID, because the current NRC cannot be verified or authenticated in a digital or electronic manner. So we think that that's an area where we still need to do some work. And there are countries like Namibia and Lesotho who we could learn from, because, for example, they are using it already in their payroll, public payroll management space. So in concluding, we as an association, we support the FIC's mandate to combat financial crimes. However, strengthening collaboration, capacity, and feedback will enhance its effectiveness. Yeah, as an association, we are committed and stand ready to partner with the FIC and even Parliament such as your committee, Honorable Chair. So with that, thank you very much.
Okay, members, there you are. Any interventions? Honorable Msonda.
Thank you, Chair. I have one.
Oh, the
Yes. Thank you, Chair. I have one intervention on page 6, the top paragraph, but the last bullet, where you say the perspective of MFIs compliance requirements are clear, but sometimes burdensome for smaller institutions without proportional support. Now, my question is how and in which areas would you like MFIs be supported in respect of this proportional support? Thank you.
Any other?
Thank you so much, Chair. Mine is on page 7. Challenges affecting effectiveness, and on bulletin, second bulletin, where you have mentioned of the aspect of underreporting, and here you have you've gone further to say smaller institutions lack capacity to identify and report suspicious activity consistently. Other than what we have highlighted here, don't you think probably these smaller institutions are afraid to report their, each time they detect these illicit and illegal financial activities, probably due to inadequacy of legal provision that speaks to their protection as whistleblowers? Thank you.
Okay, you can respond.
All right, thank you, Chair, and thank you, honorable members, for those important questions. So, yeah, starting with this one, from the perspective of MFIs, compliance requirements are clear, but sometimes burdensome for smaller institutions without proportional support. Yes, I think the meaning here is, like in the presentation, I alluded to the application of a risk-based mechanism in compliance enforcement. We feel that currently, let me give an example. The microfinance institutions that we represent as an association are those that are licensed by the Bank of Zambia. And most of them, if not all, do have some capacity to meet the requirements of the FIC, because these are businesses that have invested in the supply of credit, and they put in place financial information systems that enable them to manage their business as well. And so they are able to track their transaction activities and identify where problems may be. However, we have recommended here that there is also a need to bring into the loop the lower level players like money lenders, because now in this market we have money lenders that are even lending to government payroll. So we feel that those should be nudged or encouraged to get to a level where they can enhance their capacities to be able to do what the FIC requires them to do. Yeah, so there is that recognition of the fact that not everybody is at the same level. Microfinance institutions are not the same level as the commercial banks. And again, as you go a scale lower to the money lenders, they are not at the same level as microfinance institutions. So there is need for that recognition. But also recognizing that, coming to the Honorable's next question, where he mentions, that's page 7, and under reporting. It is our view that underreporting may be occurring partly because of what I've alluded to, which is structural. You cannot expect somebody at a miner and lender level to be at the same level as a Bank of Zambia licensed microfinance institution. Okay, so within that, instances of underreporting are there. Now, coming to the focus of his question, the Honorable's question about whether these entities might fear to report because there is there isn't adequate protection for them in the laws at the moment. Our understanding is that these entities report to FIC. This is a confidentially managed process, and the law currently protects them in the sense that the FIC law guarantees them protection. Okay, I don't know how best to put it. Yeah, but that's our understanding. When you generate an STR, nobody else is supposed to know about it apart from you, the originator, and the FIC. And the manner of reporting is such that I think we have shown in the presentation that the FIC actually becomes stands between the private sector and law enforcement. Rather than the private sector reporting to law enforcement, private sector reports to FIC. FIC then reviews the data, picks out patterns and trends, and creates the story that FIC presents in its trend report, okay, which then enables law enforcement to be able to identify where there is a possibility of prosecution and then begin to pursue those matters further. Of course, FIC does not give us all the detail. Law enforcement now behind the scenes working with FIC and then able to identify this transaction is from Mr. Mate. Okay, and then that's when law enforcement follow me. It's not private sector reporting to law enforcement, which would complicate private sector's relationship with its clients, because that relationship is based on trust, is based on confidentiality. So if private sector is reporting on its client to law enforcement, then that creates a problem. But in the current arrangement, that problem does not arise. Thank you.
I would have been comfortable if you were saying banks than private sector. You are complicating issues.
Oh yes, I understand, Chair. Yeah. I'll do that next time.
Thank you.
Sure.
Yes, members, any other? None. Mr. Mate, thank you very much for making an appearance with us. At this time, let me remove the immunity that was given to you under Cap 12 of the laws of Zambia. Thank you very much for the information that we have shared with you. Any last words from you, sir?
Thank you very much, Chair. Just to let me. Yeah, just to again thank you very much for giving us this opportunity, and we hope that the information that we have provided is useful information for the work of the committee. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. When you were looking at your laptop, I was thinking you want to say something again, when I've already removed the immunity. Thank you.
That was the Microfinance Institutions Association of Zambia, making an appearance before the Committee on Cabinet Affairs, and the institution was being represented by Mr. Webi Mate, who is the Executive Director. Earlier on, we did have the Pensions and Insurance Authority, and it was being led by Ms. Natasha Zimba, who is the Board Secretary at the PIS. So those are the two witnesses that did make an appearance before the Committee on Cabinet Affairs as they were reviewing the operations of the Financial Intelligence Center. And from our end, we call it a day. Be sure to join us tomorrow starting at 9:30 hours. I'm Claudette Sindaza Jonga, and I would like to thank our two sign language interpreters, that's Chola Kauma and Jason Manda, for always being handy. And also many thanks to our technical and studio crew. Until tomorrow, bye-bye, and do take care.
It's a land where every person is born free, and it's a land of peace, of love and unity. This land, Zambia, land of the strong, home of the brave, our land, Zambia, free men we stand. In this